Hello, this is Rabbi Mark Angel at the Institute for Jewish Ideas and Ideals. Thanks so much for tuning in today. The Institute has a website, jewishideas.org. The Institute stands for an intellectually vibrant, compassionate, and inclusive Orthodox Judaism. The question that we received relates to the bugs that are found in various berries, vegetables, etc. And this issue seems to have become a very large issue within the Orthodox community, the kashrut industry, during the last number of years. It's important to know that, of course, it's forbidden to eat bugs. The question is, are bugs that are forbidden, does this prohibition include microscopic bugs or organisms, or bugs that are so tiny that you can't see them with your naked eye? There's an article written by Rabbi Zev Whiteman, who is the head of the kashrut of Tenuvah, which is a big food production company in Israel. An article written and published in the magazine called Deot in Israel. It was published by the Ne'emanei Torah v'Avodah in the June 2012 issue. And Rabbi Whiteman makes a very strong case to indicate that the prohibition of the Torah applies specifically to those bugs that one could see, that one could taste, that one could eat separately, but does not probably apply to bugs that are so tiny that they cannot be seen by the naked eye, and that cannot be eaten separately and certainly cannot be tasted. He also points out that these very tiny bugs that are not really seeable by the naked eye are, according to many poskim, annulled by the ratio of 60-to-1 or a larger ratio according to other poskim. Even though they're considered a birya, they're considered a whole entity, nonetheless, since we're dealing with such small creatures, then they are annulled. So basically his conclusion is that whatever we can see with our eyes, whatever bugs we can see with our eyes, we should certainly wash and clean out as carefully as possible. And whatever we can't see, after washing carefully, we should eat and enjoy them, and not a problem. If one wants to be stricter on that, that's one's personal business, but one should not impose that on anybody else. In the 18th century, in the early 1700s, Rabbi Moshe Yisrael was chief rabbi of the island of Rhodes, and he was asked a similar question relating to grape leaves. People suddenly came to the conclusion that there were bugs in grape leaves, and grape leaves were a basic item of the diet in the Mediterranean lands. They used to eat, and we still eat, something called yapraka, stuffed grape leaves. So Rabbi Moshe Yisrael, in responding to this allegation about bugs in grape leaves, responded very brilliantly, and he opened his response by saying, it's impossible for us now to make a ruling against grape leaves for the simple reason that our parents and grandparents and all the generations before us ate grape leaves, stuffed grape leaves, including our sages and our rabbis, and no one ever raised any objections. How is it that suddenly we're the first generation that discovered bugs in grape leaves, and we're the ones who are more pious, more learned than all the previous generations? It's kind of arrogant and foolish on our part to make such a claim. After beginning his response in this way, indicating that we must find a way to justify the eating of grape leaves for the public, he then goes on to explain how one should be very careful to clean the grape leaves and wash them out and inspect them again and again to make sure there are indeed no grape leaves. I think this is good advice even for today. We can't start on the assumption that all vegetables are forbidden to us. God would not have given a Torah, would not have given us all these vegetables simply not to eat them, especially when our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents and all the rabbis of all previous generations have eaten them without any problem. The issue really is, are there new factors involved? Are there new technological issues that create more bugs or that generate a new situation today that didn't exist before? But the long and the short of it is, wash your vegetables very carefully, wash the berries very carefully. If you don't see any bugs, eat them, enjoy them, have a nice time. I hope that this has been helpful to you and helps you clarify your own issues. If you want to be stricter, you're very welcome to be. No one's saying that one should not take the strictures. One's only saying that one should not necessarily impose it on himself and certainly should not impose it on others. I hope you've enjoyed this, and we wish you all the best. Chazak, chazak. Be well. Shalom, shalom.